Sure. Obviously, very proud of our guys to come to a tough place to win and get a W against a team we have a lot of respect for and a really talented team. Certainly was not a work of art. Looking at the stats, we got beat up pretty badly in most of the stats. But again, I thought our guys just battled and hung in there and overcame some adversity. I think for us, getting some big plays and key moments was really what mattered today. They tie it, and then we get a goal to kind of get our momentum back. And then Kyle just, he didn't have a ton of saves, but I thought everyone was critical for us. So I think that really had a big impact on the game. We're going to watch the film. We got a lot of things to work on. We didn't have our best game today, but I loved our kids' fight and really their ability to just hang in there and get it done.
Questions?
John, the defensive performance, particularly given the initial possession imbalance, just how solid was that in particular, the play Tim had, just kind of working on stamina throughout the day?
Yeah, I thought, Timmy did a great job, and certainly, Coach Connery did a really good job of, putting in a good game plan and letting the guys have a good feel of what to expect. They're just so talented, and Bobby Benson does an awesome job of just putting the pieces in the right spots. Shaq, every time he has the ball back there, if you give him, just any little room, he's going to carve you up. And obviously Ryan's a terrific shooter, and we had a couple breakdowns, and he made us pay for it. So again, I'm proud of our guys. I think there are certainly some things that we need to improve upon, but again, I'm happy for our players.
Coach, have you ever had a game like that where you're struggling so hard in the face-off X and in ground balls, but you still have a 5-goal lead, like towards the end of the fourth quarter?
It's a little bit like when we went up to Yale. We were kind of on the other side of it. We won a lot of face-offs. We did pretty well on the ground ball, so the stats didn't really reflect the outcome. So, we've kind of been on the other side of that. We certainly got to take a look at some things and do a better job there. I don't think you're going to come up here and do this ever again. Going 5 of 22, you're not going to be very successful doing that. So again, I thought we got a few late, which really helped us. And I think in the third quarter, when we got a few, it allowed our offense to get some rhythm back and give our defense a rest.
Kyle, just how taxing was it on the defensive end with the amount of possession they had, and how well did you think you guys held up there throughout that game?
Yeah, they had a lot of possessions. I thought, Coach Connery got us going, pick up the tempo a little bit. Going into halftime, we came out the second half with much more tempo. We were moving a lot better, and I think we started to dictate what we want to do rather than them dictating us.
Hey, Bryan, that goal at the end of the first quarter, did you know how much time was left? Because it looked like you were completely relaxed, and all of a sudden you fed Rambo.
I just saw an opening. Rambo was on the back pipe. He kind of had his stick up, just ready on the back pipe, and I just kind of fired it in there.
So you didn't know that there was 1 second left?
I did.
Oh.
Bryan, it looks like the interior was open for you guys offensively through the day. Was that something that you had anticipated, or was that something that opened as the game kind of came?
That's something that we've been working on all season. Since September, we've just, every time the ball moves down or up, just cut the crease. I'm always trying to be available. When slides go, just follow the slide. Nothing really in terms of game plan different than we would for any other team. It was just something that we really wanted to focus on in this game. Just cutting pipes and looking for an open spot inside.
What's the first thing that goes through your mind when you get that score to go up 6-5 and you kind of get the momentum back on your side?
Just exciting. This game is full of ups and downs, especially when you come to Homewood. A lot of people here, a lot of people that necessarily weren't on our side. Like I said, the game's kind of a roller coaster. The defense did a great job just kind of getting stops for us. Kyle was making saves, getting it up and out for us, and kind of took the pressure off a little bit for us to play a little bit faster.
Coach, you said earlier in the week that it was going to take a good 60 minutes of solid lacrosse to get a win here against Hopkins. Obviously, you said it wasn't a work of art, but what does it say about the mental makeup of this group that they were able to kind of push through adversity, through these 17, for 22 for Hopkins, to be able to pull out a W and get that outright Big Ten title?
Well, I think it speaks to the leadership of, that we have, and it starts with, obviously, two of these guys are our captains, and being able to just kind of get everybody to hang in there and stay positive. And I'll be candid, I bet Hopkins probably felt like they didn't play their best game either. They had some pretty good looks that, normally they go down. And again, that's partly because I just have so much respect for Hopkins and their ability. So I don't think either team maybe played their best game. But to be able to kind of find a way has been, a big reason are these two guys next to me.
Hey, John, what will it be like? You were 5-0 in the conference, so whoever you play in the tournament, you will have beaten. Yeah, last night in the Patriot League, the teams who lost in the regular season either won or played extremely well. I mean, how tough is it to come back and play a team that you've beaten?
Absolutely, it's tough. It's tough the first time, and it's going to be really hard the second time. I think for our guys, obviously, we want them to enjoy the moment, enjoy today, but it's, Monday tomorrow we'll be off, but Monday it's back to work, and, you're going to get everybody's best shot at this time of the year. We have to get better at some things and improve some things, or, it's going to be one and done. Penn State's a great team. We're very fortunate. That one-goal games, they can go either way, so it seems to be the norm in our conference. So we're going to have to play better this time. They're just a terrific team. They're putting up a ton of goals. So we're going to have to get to work on Monday, but certainly want to give them today to enjoy the moment with each other. To be Big Ten regular season champions for the first time, just sole champions, I think is something special that these guys can always remember. And they certainly have made a lot of sacrifices all year since August, all the things that they've done. So I don't think it really will sink in now, but I think down the road it'll be really important to them.
For you two, when the clock hit 0, what were your emotions like?
I mean, I'll go first. I was obviously excited. We've been here this is our 5th year now, so kind of getting the chance to win that sole outright for the first time was pretty nice. But to be honest with you, I'm looking ahead. I think our whole team is. We want to win the Big Ten tournament now. Solidify a spot in the playoffs. But that's just the way I'm thinking. I think the rest of the guys are too.
I think that field, this atmosphere is one of the coolest environments to play college lacrosse, and I think we were excited, but we were also calm and poised, and coming out here with a huge win over a really talented team is just awesome.
John, do we expect to see Alston back anytime soon?
He is making a lot of progress. We're hoping for Thursday, and I'm not trying to play any games or anything like that. He is really making progress. You saw him today. He was in uniform. He was down in stance, taking face-offs. We're just trying to make sure we do a good job getting him ready and not pushing him back too fast. So I'm hopeful that he will be back Thursday. Again, today would have been a day where we could have really used him for sure. And like I said, we're not going to go 5 of 22 and win a game the rest of the year. Like, that's just not going to happen. Again, I like our guys' fight. I think one of the things that inspired us this week, we have a young guy that we work with, Finn Crimmins, who's a boy that we've adopted and has been with us this year. And I went in the hospital a couple days ago, and he sent us an awesome video last night, and the kid sent one back. And when things aren't going well in the game, and you see what a young guy like that's going through, it's hard to kind of feel sorry for yourself. You realize, hey, we just need to dig down deep and push through. And he's really meant a lot to us. And I think sometimes, we can all feel sorry for ourselves when you see a guy like that just have such a positive attitude. I think that really inspired us this week.
John, last one. I know this was already set in stone about the Big Ten tournament being hosted by Hopkins, but does it feel weird that you guys are the #1 seed but you're not going to be playing at home?
I hadn't really thought about it. I think, I think they're doing a great thing by rotating it so everybody can host. I mean, you saw this year, our league's so good. Every team is really talented. I think every school has some amazing things to showcase. Certainly, the atmosphere at Homewood Field is a really special one. So Hopkins will do a great job. And I think by rotating it at each place, maybe not so much here in Maryland, but getting it to maybe to a Michigan is I think is great for our sport, and getting Big Ten lacrosse and that atmosphere on those campuses helps the Big Ten, it helps our sport, and it's the right thing to do. Knowing that we were going to have to, try to get here, that was really all we focused on. And listen, we played enough one-goal games this year that, and we almost lost to Michigan. It was a one-goal game. We had a one-goal game with Penn State. So, just getting here was the biggest focus. Where it was really not something we could spend a lot of time on.
All right, thanks everybody.